Jacob's a son that a dad couldn't be more proud of. He's such a compassionate little boy. He's able to connect with people of all ages, to relate to them. He wants to make that connection and be a part of their lives. For me, that's one of the most important attributes that he has.
I have a mom, a dad, and two sisters, two younger sisters. One is 8 and one is 3, Macy and Haley.
He's a great big brother. He's really good with both of his sisters.
When we're outside, he sometimes helps me practice for softball.
He's really well-rounded. He likes to learn, he likes to read, but he also likes to swing the bat. So he's really an all-around kid, and I'm really proud of him. You know, we had known there was something going on, and it was getting to be more and more obvious that it was something pretty serious.
Jacob was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia April 3rd of 2013.
I sat Jacob on my lap, and we talked to him about that he does have something in his blood that wasn't right, that needed to get fixed.
But he knew that now we know what it is, and we didn't know that he was going to be brought upstairs right away.
They needed to start an IV with him, and so they brought him into the procedure room on 3rd floor and got the IV in very quickly, and his only comment was, "Well, is that all you got?" So one of the nurses laughed, and I knew at that point that he was going to get through this.
There was a garbage can in the room, and it had a tough guy on it. But we came up with a slogan of "Go Team Tough Guy," and we've stuck with that since that very first weekend.
The experiences that we had at Children's Hospital and are continuing to have, we don't know how we could have gotten through without them. And we've connected with a lot of families that are going through similar issues, and a lot of them don't live in Sioux Falls. And for us to have the facilities right here in Sioux Falls, you know, we're about 20 minutes from the castle. And so for us, it's made the unbearable a little bit more bearable.
When we went to the event last year, it was pretty overwhelming because Jacob was receiving pretty heavy chemo at the time and wasn't feeling well that evening. And you walk in, and first thing we see is Mike Miller. And Jacob's eyes got big, and we saw the Casper family over there.
I was a little nervous before we went, and then they were really tall, like they're taller than they look on the TV.
You know, a few of them made a real special connection with Jacob and Haley.
I like Josh Thompson, like when he was really nice, like when we got to talk to each other and stuff.
I followed him on Instagram, and he followed me back, and we every so often we chat a little bit on there about what was going on and stuff.
That's meant a lot for me as a dad, but it's meant a lot for Jacob too, to make those connections. Jacob had a blast. I tell you, the athletes there and the MC, Heather, and then the band.
The leader of the band came up and said, "Hey, you want to dance with Mike Miller?" And I was like, sure. I was pretty nervous doing that.
I remember one of the moves was the lawnmower.
He pulled out, I think, the lawnmower and the sprinkler and a number of things that he didn't learn from me, so I don't know where he picked those up.
Who's the better dancer then?
Probably Heather DeBoy. She did a really good moonwalk.
So he definitely likes interaction with others, and I think that's what keeps him going.
We've found a way to get through all of this as a family in many different ways, and sometimes that comes in the form of support from friends and family and others, and sometimes it's how you deal with that personally.
And sometimes now we're able to look a little farther out and not worry about every hour, every day.
And it's turned our world upside down, but it's also, I think, in many ways brought us closer together. We really have had to rely upon each other, and when one person is having a difficult time, then the other person steps up and gets us through.
And I won't let go. you go. No, I won't